Just fucking eyes. It's crazy.
Where's that photo? Good evening to RLTJ subscribers. Now we've got a very, very special game for you tonight. Sarah Connor versus Big Mackey's Vacuum Repair. I'm joined here tonight by the iconic YouTube's favourite commentary team, Elbacky123. I'm with Bryce2204 and Thomas Backhouse. Good evening, lads.
Hey, how we going?
Not bad, not bad. Are you excited for tonight's game?
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited for this game tonight. Very excited? Yes, I'm very excited. Okay, well, it's two very, very good teams. They're sort of contrasting teams in their styles. We've got Sarah Connor, they're a very experienced team. They've been playing together for years. They've won one grand final a long time ago, lost a grand final just last year. They're out for redemption tonight. I mean, the main question on everyone's mind is what do they need to do tonight to change their fortune? Like last time they lost, what do they need to change for tonight's grand final against Big Mackey's Vacuum Repair?
Well, I believe that this season they've come out very strong and they've shown that they're a very hard team. They're very capable of leading the big one. But the real question is how are they going to shut down Jack Rojahn up in front of goals? He's been a very good player for them this season. And also Elliot up in the goals as well, and some they're all very capable strikers in this game. And it's just going to be very hard to see and very see how they come up against these two guys.
It is true. We can see Jack Rojahn there in the thumbnail for tonight's grand final. He's a very dangerous player. He's actually had a good season for multiple teams in this division. He finds himself playing the grand final for Big Mackey. Now, last time these two teams played each other, he wasn't on the field. So that is a new thing that Sarah Connor are going to have to deal with. They've got good defenders, Luke Backhouse, Tommy Backhouse, Patrick Gadici, Connor Rowbottom. They've all been solid in defence this season. Thomas Backhouse, my question to you is what kind of unique threat does Rojahn sort of challenge Sarah Connor's defence tonight?
Well, as we saw, Thomas Backhouse is a little bit younger.
Right. Is Parr coming over from there to watch the game? Should I go over and watch the game with him?
Yes, he is.
Please forgive me.
It is a good challenge. He's the youngest player in the league, so to find himself in a game this big, it is a challenge, but I'm looking forward to seeing if he lives up to it. As we can see live now, we can see a bit of the warm-up going on. Looks like the Sarah Connor players are just getting the touch for the ball. A few practice passes, we see Gadici there, Rowbottom, Tommy Backhouse, Luke Backhouse there too. Connor Rowbottom just misses a pass there, but he doesn't want to stretch himself in the warm-up, that's understandable. A bit of a rainbow there, just practicing some skills. Bryce Roberts, or Bryce2204.
Yeah.
If you were going to give us a prediction for tonight's game, what would you say? Yep, that's a good prediction. Here we say a stat. So this is both teams' performances at Aurora Stadium this season. Obviously, that's the venue for tonight's grand final. You can see Big Mackey have played 3 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, averaging a 5-4 win every time they play at Aurora this year. Not bad. Could be better. But then look at Sarah Connor's stats. 4 games, 4 wins, 0 losses, whopping 58 goals scored, 13 goals conceded. That is a 15-3 win every time they play at Aurora Stadium this season. Wow, like Thomas Backhouse, I'd want to know your thoughts on that because I think that is a damning statistic.
Yeah, well, as you can see, the Aurora Stadium, that would give them a lot of confidence, seeing as they are pretty much playing at their home ground for this grand final.
Yep.
You know? I don't know if Big Mackey will be able to get over the fact that Sarah Connor are undefeated at Aurora, and they have lost before. So
they have. I mean, that is sure to give Sarah Connor fans some confidence, that stat. I mean, I think it said about 15 goals a game they average at this stadium this year. That is, you don't see that very often. That is a great season from Sarah Connor at this particular venue. And Big Mackey, that is a damning stat, but they shouldn't be disencouraged by that. They're the underdogs here tonight, but that doesn't mean they can't win.
What a show off.
They've got to come out, they've got to bring it to Sarah Connor, they've got to try to rattle them early and see what they can do. As we see Ryan Backhouse here starting to warm up as well. I also saw Rick Roberts there warming up. Big game for him tonight. He's been a bit inconsistent this year, but when he's good, he's brilliant. So let's see what he can do tonight. Now, Bryce 2204, we see Ryan Backhouse between here. He's obviously a big threat. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight.
Yes, absolutely, Ryan. He's had an absolutely outstanding season. He's broke his record of 37 goals and 41.
He has. Now, as we see here, some highlights from last week's semi-final. Sarah Connor versus Front Left FC. We saw Front Left actually went in front. They got pegged back early. Ryan Backhouse goal here. Yes. Beautiful finish, bottom corner.
Very beautiful.
It was a tight game early, wasn't it? Luke Backhouse strikes, makes it 2-1. Sarah Connor. Here we go.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that was so good.
3-1 up. That would have been goal of the year.
21 up. There we see an injury to Joe Galloway. That ended his season last week. So he unfortunately won't be playing tonight. We'll wish him the best. And there goes Ryan Backhouse, scoring from a free kick. Probably shouldn't have been, but justice was on our side. He got the goal. As we see, Manuel Henneke with his second of the game, brings it back to 4-2. Right at the end of the first half, Cunningham, what a goal that is.
I cannot
left
wait
foot
to
from the corner.
watch him tonight.
He will be on form tonight. He's in good form, Cunningham. I was going to say, another goal from Ryan Backhouse. That is beautiful. What about that throw from Rick Roberts? And that is 6-2 Sarah Connor last week's semi-final. Cunningham pounces again, 7-2. This is why they're the favourites. They dominated the semi-final. You see Backhouse there, just gets blocked. Cunningham wiggling around, and scores. I believe that was a double nutmeg. That was a beautiful goal. And that is 8-2.
I believe so.
You see another one here, Ryan Backhouse with the icing on the cake, 9-2 in the semi-final. And that is the final whistle. So there we go, that's what happened last week. We're caught up.
Into the grand final.
What does that make you sort of project in your own mind? Seeing a performance that strong from Sarah Connor, you've got to think it's going to go a similar way tonight.
You'd think so. Well,
that is true, and I mean, I like that you bring up the big games because there's been a bit of a question mark on this team in the past, especially losing last season's semi-final. But they came out last week, a lot of pressure, and they were absolutely irresistible. Like, from the first, I know they conceded the first goal. After that goal went in, they just did not stop, and they went to a level that Front Left FC simply could not match. As we see some players here, Bryce Roberts, you take us away for these player profiles.
yes, here we go. And it's fun. That's the left back. Record 40 goals. Ryan Backhouse, man. And he runs down the wing. He spots that. Ryan Backhouse.
Some great goals here. Just look at the reaction of the other team. They're just helpless. They don't know what to do. When he's in this form, he's near impossible to stop.
He's very much impossible.
But this is the danger of Sarah Connor. If you put all your attention into Ryan Backhouse, Luke Backhouse can get off the hook.
Yes.
As you see, he scored 18 goals this season, 21 assists. For a defender, scored 2 goals, 2 assists a game. That is a phenomenal season.
That's a very phenomenal season. He's played He's been quite
That was a beautiful goal just there. Ben Cunningham, we've talked about him already. He's been the informed striker the last few weeks for Sarah Connor. 21 goals in 9 games. That is a great record. Only the 4 assists. That's not what he's in the team for. He's in the team to do this. Get that pressure. Now, it just has not been the finishing power of Cunningham this season. As we see there, that is beautiful. But it's also been the pressure up front. Other teams' defences in this division have not been able to cope with Cunningham's pressure. And that has been a big reason to why he scored so many goals this season.
That's absolutely true. Oh, gets in there, he's going to be unstoppable. You believe yourself. You're going to have a hard time.
And Tommy Backhouse, 11 games this season, 5 goals, down a bit, but as you see there, 17 assists. That's been his value this season. Still some beautiful finishes in here. He's moved to a more defensive role. We're used to seeing him finish goals like this. What we're not used to seeing is this sort of thing here. Look at him just tearing the forward lines apart of other teams, setting up his teammates for brilliant goals.
So that's the third part.
Look at that assist. That is class from Thomas Backhouse.
Look at that color. Here we go, good each and coming in as well. Wouldn't you say so, Matthew?
Look, he's been solid. Hasn't played all the games, but the games he has played, he's been very solid back in defence. Now, I've actually heard rumours that he might be in a more attacking role tonight. I mean, that would make sense given Joe Galloway's absence. As we see here, we know he's a natural-born striker, Gadici. Look at this goal. Through the legs.
That's
beautiful goal. This is the sort of stuff Sarah Connor fans will be keen to see from Gadici in the forward line tonight.
Here we see Connor Rowbottom coming up. He's in the goal. I think he's had a very good season from the defensive role. That's all that.
Look, those stats don't flatter him. He's had a quiet season that's been sort of interrupted by injury. What we do know about Connor Rowbottom, he's a big game player. I mean, Sarah Connor fans will remember the grand final he played just a year ago. He was beautiful that game. He'll be looking to do that again tonight. So Big Mackey cannot count this guy out. He's a big game player. He could turn it on. As we see, Alex Colavecchio, 12 goals, 7 assists in 9 games. Now, a bit like Brick Roberts, he's a little bit inconsistent, but when he turns it on, he's deadly in front of goal. Like, look at some of these goals. This particular game here, I believe he got 6 goals in one game, and I believe 3 of those goals of his 12 this year came against Big Mackey's Vacuum Repair. Last time these two teams forced each other. So, they will need to be locked down on him, or it will do what he did last time.
And here we go. We're looking at the goal. 64 goals. What are your options?
Well, I mean, he's been good and bad some games between the sticks. What has been really impressive about Roberts this season is this sort of thing. Look at that distribution. That is a single-handedly goal from Brick Roberts. Beautiful assist for Ryan Backhouse. And look at this. Throw over the top, straight onto Backhouse's foot for a goal. That was a crucial goal in the semi-final. That's what he'll be trying to do this grand final tonight. Setting up goals like that. That was just beautiful. And if we can see that sort of thing from Roberts tonight, it'll be a great advantage for the forwards.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm just getting some news. We're seeing live scenes here. I believe that is Ben Cunningham. He doesn't look kitted up.
What's the point?
It looks like he's in casual, purple shoes there. Those don't look like his futsal boots.
Not at all.
I believe. Yes, Ben Cunningham is a late out for tonight's grand final. Wow, that is massive news. I believe I'm getting news that it's a calf strain. I believe he sustained it during the week playing soccer. Now, geez. I mean, he's been top 3 best players this season for Sarah Connor. This is massive news. Thomas Backhouse, how is this going to affect Sarah Connor tonight?
Well, I'm shocked.
Recording.
I was looking forward to watching him play. And we saw that 21 goals, I think, this season. Only playing 9 games as well, so that is a very good stat. And he was the informed striker, but I believe he scored almost half of their goals. So, yeah, I wonder what his
4 goals last week in the semi-final. That is a massive loss.
And
Well, a lot of players in contention for this. And here we see the goalkeeper, Ben Farrell from Malcolm XXX. Very good season. Very good season. Very consistent statistics this year. Well deserved.
We got Luke Backhouse.
And Rowan Heggie from Mr. Higgins' torn banjo. Unfortunately went out last week in the semi, but he's had a superb season down back.
Absolutely. And we got Mackey. And here we go.
Had to be in there. Had to be. The Olympia star from Service Priority 1 gets the first bench spot. Well deserved there. He sure has. And we see David Nikimeyer. He's been Habesha FC's shining light this year. Very good player down back and attacks well too. Very good player. And Elliot Hoysted. Big Mackey's vacuum repair player gets in. He'll be hoping to emulate his form from this season tonight against the big team in Sarah Connor.
And the coach.
Very passionate coach. I saw him doing knee slides when his team scored a goal to bring it back to 22.
Wow.
20-2. He was losing by 18 goals, still does a knee slide to celebrate the goal. That is passion. It's true. I believe I know the coach you're talking about, the old Sunderland coach.
He was very passionate about his team, and he was very
That is true. I can see the resemblance. As we've got an interview with goalkeeper Brick Roberts with our boundary rider Emily Litherhagen.
I just asked Luke and he was like, oh, I'm going to win.
But I know the other team's going to be coming at us hard. But I reckon we'll stick it up at the end. Probably about maybe 8-5.
8-5? Yeah.
Well, there you have it. You got Brick Roberts.
8-5. Perfection. As we're seeing the lineups here, updated lineups, as we see for Big Mackey's vacuum repair, the captain, Ruben Mackey in goals. Elliot Hoysted, Jack Rojahn in the defence. I'm sure they'll be pushing forward as well. We've got Pete Frank up forward for Big Mackey repair.
That's an absolutely stunning lineup. Let's see how I compare it to Sarah Connor's lineup. We've got Alex in the forward, and we've also got Tommy Backhouse and Luke Backhouse in the defence. Brick Roberts in goals. Not a very good lineup for me. How about you, Elvati?
That looks like a solid lineup. 3 Backhouse boys. That's great chemistry for the start. And Alex Colavecchio works well with Ryan Backhouse.
I believe that was how Sarah Connor lined up in their semi-final as well, and we saw how that turned out.
True. Keeping it the same, unchanged lineup. As you see, Patrick Gadici and Connor Rowbottom in the bench for Sarah Connor. That is great defensive cover and great attacking prowess with Gadici, playing in a more forward role tonight. Now, I'm interested to hear Thomas Backhouse. Your thoughts on Gadici playing up forward? We've seen him play forward in the past. He's been defence all the last 2-3 seasons.
Yep.
How do you see that playing out tonight?
Well, as you said earlier, Patrick Gadici is a born striker, and he does play the striker role very well. He scores a lot of goals, and I think he can bring some goals tonight, especially in the final. I reckon he'll step up tonight and bring the X factor to Sarah Connor FC.
X Factor, he definitely has that. He's a classy player. That's for sure. As we see Hoysted in the background there warming up. Sarah Connor doing some more passing here. We're not long until the first whistle now. I'm excited for tonight's contest.
I'm absolutely excited.
Skills by Connor.
One thing that is worth discussing. I've got a stat in front of me now. Luke Backhouse, I believe, 18 goals this season. 8 of those goals have come from one method. That is from kick-ins. What he does, he sprints up the field, whether it's Colavecchio, whether it's Backhouse, Rowbottom, Gadici, anyone. They do a little pass, and he's got a powerful shot. He just boots that ball towards the goals from the kick-ins. He scored 8 goals from that. And get this, 3 of those 8 goals have come against Big Mackey's vacuum repair earlier in the season. That is going to have to be something that Big Mackey's defence is going to have to be switched onto. As here we go, we've got 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
The countdown's on.
5,
3, 2, 1. And here we go. We're ready
Ready
for the first
big game.
bounce.
And here it is. And we're off.
Backhouse just missing there. Ruben Mackey has the ball in goals.
And it's Mackey coming from and it's Mackey inside. And it's on Tommy Backhouse. Backhouse. Luke Backhouse. 1. Oh!
He scored in the grand final plus 2.4. He always scores. And he scored in the first 10 seconds here. What a goal from Ryan Backhouse. No answer from Ruben Mackey. That is a powerful finish. You see the crowd really going wild here. That is an early goal for Sarah Connor. What would that do to Big Mackey's confidence? That is a great goal. Ooh, that was Rojahn, actually, I believe. Luke Backhouse, he didn't get the ball. He definitely wasn't letting the man get past there. That is a cynical challenge. I believe the no card, but the ref is giving Luke Backhouse a bit of a talking to there.
Yes, Nate's really in this game.
As you see, Big Mackey have a set piece here. And wide from Rojahn. Roberts had that one covered, I think. Oh, Tony Backhouse turned it over. Oh, good save. Good save by Roberts. Pete Frank was in there. That was an important save. A little shaky start from Thomas Backhouse. Oh, he's lost it again here. Pete Frank, he's still got the ball. Oh, he's round Backhouse. Oh, he forced out in the end. He's looking dangerous early here, Pete Frank. Not a bad effort. Not a bad response there from Big Mackey. Oh, he's passed.
Oh, what a great save.
Another good save there.
Another great save.
Corner to Big Mackey. Ooh, that was close. This has been a good response from Big Mackey. It's easy to be intimidated by an early goal like that, but they've come back and put pressure on Sarah Connor's defence. Ryan Backhouse with the kick in. The Backhouse! Oh! What a goal!
What a stunning goal by
Luke. Sensational. Look at this. We talked about a pre-game. It's just from the kick in. Easy ball. And look at that for a strike. Ooh, Hoysted could not get in the way, and it's too powerful for Ruben Mackey in goal. 2-0 Sarah Connor. Rights 2-4. What a goal. And Sarah Connor's two big players have really made a statement here early. Two beautiful goals. What did Big Mackey do from here?
Don't know.
They need to come back with something. Mackey has the ball here. They need to do something quickly, Big Mackey, before this game gets out of hand. Colavecchio, almost past Hoysted. And here's Rojahn in defence. Goes for the ball. Pete Frank here. Good pressure from the Sarah Connor forwards. Back to Rojahn. Goes for the long ball and well watched by Thomas Backhouse. And Thomas Backhouse goes off. Connor Overham's on near. Just wide there. Now this is big.
Provide some pace.
That's true. Very, very quick player. And here's Gadici on as well. And he is playing up front. There was rumours, but now I've got it confirmed. Gadici playing up forward tonight. That is exciting. True. A lot of firepower up front lost in that laid out, so it's important that Gadici plays well tonight. As Luke Backhouse gets the ball here for the kick-in, what will be going through his mind after scoring that amazing goal just before? It is important to be in the right mindset early in a grand final like this. It's now a big challenge for Big Mackey. What are they made of? Do they have the mental toughness? Oh, Ganechi! Oh! Jeez, that was great pressure. Almost made Elliot Hoysted pay for being lackadaisical in defence. Good tackle by Song.
Oh, beautiful. That's going to be Song from kicking here. Oh no. Oh, it's back on Rojahn. My apologies. It's Rojahn. It's Song. Onto Elliot. That's just back out for another.
That was close to 3-0 for Sarah Connor. Patrick Ganechi almost finished that.
Oh, it's. Oh, Ryan Backhouse. Was it up to...
That was a nice kick in. We see that often. As Pete Frank goes up for the header.
It's just safe. And that's not quite Elliot. Oh. Corner for Sarah Connor.
Now Thomas Backhouse. We've seen the fast start here from Sarah Connor. What did Big Mackey have to do to get back in this game?
Well, they're going to have to attack. I mean, Sarah Connor now, as Rob said, he thinks it will come down to whoever's better in front of goal. So far, Sarah Connor's been lethally in front of goal.
They have indeed.
Big Mackey going to have to take their chances, that's for sure.
And back out onto Rowbottom. Rowbottom. And that just goes down.
Could have been a foul there to Connor Rowbottom, but ref letting the game go.
I don't know.
Oh, as Rojahn intercepts. Oh, good tackle from Rowbottom. And Backhouse!
Backhouse! Oh,
just wide. Rojahn looking a bit shaky here in the early stages.
Rojahn. Rowbottom. And it's Elliot. Oh, it's wild.
Good block.
That was a
Ryan
very good
Backhouse.
block.
Hoysted.
Elliot.
More pressure here from Big Mackey, but Sarah Connor are looking good in defence. They just can't get past.
Oh, beautiful. But off the post. But it's back on the post.
That was a good chance by Big Mackey.
Very good.
Frank has had a few chances early on.
That's
There's Connor Rowbottom here. Past Rojahn. Past Frank.
Oh!
I mean, that's what he can do.
That was a beautiful.
If he gets space in front of him, he can drive. He'll get past 2-3 players if he has to.
That was a beautiful.
Rowbottom's looking dangerous here. Backhouse lets it run.
Oh,
Hoysted intercepts.
looking for the there.
And Rojahn. And Frank! Oh!
Frank with a beautiful goal.
Into the bottom left corner. That is important for Big Mackey. They're back in this game.
That was
Persistence from Rojahn. Let's have a look at this replay. I mean, not many players get around Luke Backhouse. He almost made the tackle, but look, Rojahn did not give up on it. Got the ball to his teammate, and look at that finish from Pete Frank.
Oh.
Bottom left corner, on the left peg, absolutely deadly in front of goal.
That's just absolutely beautiful. Just very another shot.
That is exactly what Big Mackey needed. They just needed something. A slightly lucky goal like that, just getting the deflection off Backhouse, and they're back in the game, 2-1. A bit more of an even playing field here.
I believe that
All right, Thomas Backhouse and Colavecchio. Oh, Backhouse? Oh, that's not a great effort there from Tommy Backhouse.
Anything there from
He did. He's been under the pump early. He hasn't. One thing I like from Big Mackey, they have not given Thomas Backhouse space to get creative from the back, which has been one of his strengths this season. As we see, a good challenge there from Backhouse and Song. Rojahns in here.
Rojahn.
Oh, he's held up by Backhouse. Tries to get to Song, but Ryan Backhouse intercepts. Trying to get around Rojahn. Oh, that has to be a foul. No foul from the ref, jeez. He's really letting the game go here early. As I think Bryce Roberts got a bit of a talking to there. Backhouse.
Oh, that's a little bit wide. I believe Bryce going to mouth that's just his wild mentality.
It's a grand final. Like, players are going to get heated. The referee's got to be ready for that. Here's Tommy Backhouse again. Ryan. Tries to go inside. Oh, intercepted by Song. And here's Rojahn. Oh, good save. Good save. And Colavecchio. That's a free kick.
That's a free kick to Sarah. Bryce Roberts, a quick save and then quick hands and then up the line.
As we say, this is a dangerous situation. Luke Backhouse, Ryan Backhouse are very dangerous off free kicks. Who's going to be striking this one, I wonder?
I do not know.
Or the fake. The touch. Backhouse.
Oh, Backhouse. Putting it safe.
That was a good free kick routine there. Rojahn. Oh, well tackled. As you saw there, Luke Backhouse just went for the fake like he was going to pass it. Little tap. And that was going in the bottom corner if Hoysted wasn't there to block it.
That's just for another step.
That is very good positioning from Elliot Hoysted there from the free kick. Saved a goal, really. Hoysted again. Here's Tommy Backhouse. And that's just out. He has been solid in defence, Hoysted, so far. We saw him in Team of the Season. He's started well here. One of Big Mackey's prime players.
Absolutely.
Goes to Backhouse. Down the line to Colavecchio. Oh, intercepted by Hoysted again.
Hoysted.
Oh, Pete Frank just wide. Wasn't a great effort there.
And as you can see,
Not happy. And Backhouse here. Ryan Backhouse. Oh, pass Frank. Oh, and he's in here. Backhouse. Tommy Backhouse. Oh! And it's that man again. Elliot Hoysted on the line. And Roberts clears.
What a kick up by him.
That's an important interception there. But what about Hoysted again in defence?
That was absolutely beautiful.
Another goal-saving tackle.
Absolutely.
Rojahn going to work.
That's Rojahn.
Gets round Tommy Backhouse.
Oh,
round
he's
Luke.
in.
Oh, and Ryan Backhouse. Oh, that's not great from Tommy Backhouse there. Need to be a bit stronger in that tackle.
Absolutely. He's doing well, though.
He's a very young player. Young
Head
player against some big bodies here. He's taking a bit of time, understandably. And I believe the ball's stuck in the net.
Oh!
Mackey can't find the ball. Oh, he's found it now.
Oh.
That was very interesting there. We've never seen that before. I can't believe how good Hoysted has been in these first 10 minutes.
Beautiful there.
He's just been a rock in Big Mackey's defence. Frank here.
Frank. Onto it.
Frank. And to Hoysted. Oh, Backhouse is intercepted.
Oh! Beautiful save.
What a save by Ruben Mackey.
Absolutely great save by Mackey there.
Sarah Connor could be 5-1 up here.
Oh.
Here's Frank. Oh, and he's redeemed himself there. Almost cost a goal, but he's got the block in Luke Backhouse.
Very good block by Backhouse there. That could have been a goal scoring opportunity.
I'll tell you what, Bryce 2-4. After a fast start to Sarah Connor, this has turned into a pretty even contest.
Absolutely.
If they can get another one before half time, this game is really on in the second half. As Rojahn here, that's good. That's better for Backhouse.
Oh, Rojahn and Backhouse here going at it.
Rojahn wants a piece of Tommy Backhouse. He's a fiery character, and he's squaring up to the 14-year-old.
And he just gets a bit of a talking to from the ref. He needs to watch things.
Backhouse. That's better from Tommy Backhouse. He's not being intimidated by Rojahn.
Not at all.
Got in his face there. That was good. As Hoysted!
Hoysted!
Oh. I mean, Roberts, just a slight touch. That's a bit unlucky. But that's a goal. As we know, we can't score straight from the kick-ins. But that is a legitimate goal if the goalkeeper touches it like that. And that's smart from Hoysted. He just got it in that top corner. Gambling. He gambled a bit. He thought Bryce Roberts might try to make a touch here. And he did. He just got a nick. Ooh.
He did. That was very unlucky by Bryce Roberts there. Heat of the time, heat of the moment. Like this, he just sitting in his brain. And he can just outrule the game there. He's just out of
Good tackle from Backhouse. Block. Good block from Song. Now, as you were saying, Bryce, the occasion can get some people, but it's important that Roberts doesn't let that get to him. He's got another half to go. He needs to focus for the second half.
Absolutely. Like the heat of the moment can just get to you. It gets to your body. And there's another half of the game.
As Backhouse here. Luke Backhouse.
Oh! That's
I'll tell you what, that was just wide of the post and just wide of Gadici. He could have got a touch on that. We've seen his reflexes are insane, Patrick Gadici.
absolutely.
That was a very good chance.
We've seen him.
Just wide from Rojahn again.
And it's,
Here's Rojahn again.
Oh, block.
Very good block.
And it's kicking from Sol. It goes on frame.
By Gadici. Strong in defence there. It's important that these forwards track back, and that was good from Gadici.
That was very good by Gadici. And it's on to Rojahn, and he gets tackled again. Up to Sarah this time. That's on to Ryan. Ryan gets to turn him. Oh, and he just communicated the pass.
A bit more of an accurate pass, and Gadici would have scored.
I believe so. Gadici is definitely so, I believe. Rojahn.
And that's a free kick to Sarah Connor. Rojahn just leaving a bit on Luke Backhouse there. As he goes over to Ryan Backhouse.
Oh, Ryan Backhouse.
Just a bit of an air spin. Go ahead, Bryce. Who's right for?
I've seen it right.
I mean, it can have a negative impact, but it could also have a positive impact. He's someone that thrives off that kind of fiery nature of games. If he gets in his zone, he's hard to stop. So I think it's smart from Rojahn. Just bring a bit of physicality into this contest.
Absolutely.
Backhouse to
Rowbottom.
That's a free kick. Just took the legs there, Hoysted.
That was unlucky.
Very much so. He was going for the ball, but Rowbottom's just so quick with his feet.
And that's one of the positives.
I do agree. Yes. As you see, Backhouse's free kick blocks there. That was in a dangerous position, so it was an important block.
Absolutely. It's back on Mackey here. That's on Frank. Oh, it's gone to Rowbottom. Rowbottom tries to turn around punt. Gets back out. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar!
Wow. What? That would have been massive.
That would have been huge. Would have given
from the tight angle, that almost went in from Ryan Backhouse.
Oh, and a great save.
That would have been a sensational goal.
That would have been great.
We come to the final stages here of the first half. I wonder if one team could just nose in front.
I'm not quite sure. See how the final stages.
Just wide. We were saying it's an even contest before. It's very even now.
It's 2-2
just before the break.
And it's Ryan Backhouse going to the corner. That's Backhouse again. Shot block and kicked on the line by Rojahn.
I believe that might have hit Pete Frank in the testicles.
Ooh, that could have put Pete Frank down for a little bit.
That was a very hefty strike from Backhouse. It's got to hurt.
And it's Luke Backhouse onto Rowbottom.
And that is the halftime whistle. We see Pete Frank still on the ground from that earlier blow. We don't like to see it, but that brings the first half to an end.
That was an absolutely sensational halftime. What do you believe
Well, I mean, we saw it. They just came out with a point to prove early on. We knew the start was important. Ryan Backhouse, clinical finish first 5 minutes. And then Luke Backhouse, I mean, he's just scored an absolute worldie with that strike from his own half. That was brilliant. To come up with a goal like that in a grand final is just sensational. But then, as we see, Big Mackey answered. Pete Frank in the 10th minute, Hoysted, who's had a sensational first half, 15-minute goal. I mean, this is a really even contest now. Tommy Backhouse, take us through some of these highlights.
Well, yeah, we got off to a good start. Good start with an early goal in the 2nd minute, as we see Ryan Backhouse had a brilliant season.
He sure has. Clinical.
Absolutely clinical.
And here we
And
see
then we
Luke
go Ryan
Backhouse's
Backhouse
goal.
with the assist. And Luke Backhouse's goal was just absolutely sensational.
Have a look at that.
That was just class. He
Goal
was
of the year, Luke Backhouse.
unstoppable.
Sensational goal there. No goalkeeper stopping that.
And here it is. I believe this is Hoysted goal.
No, this
No,
is
this
Frank's
is Frank's goal. My apologies, Elliot. That goal by Frank. He had speed, too.
2-1 up.
Hey, just unstoppable for Roberts. I just don't know where to love it.
That was important.
It was
Back to
very
2-1.
important. It got
And
back
here we
to 2-1.
see Hoysted's goal as well. This is what brought it back to 2-2.
And this was just unfortunate.
Slightly fluky, but he gambled and it paid off.
As we said,
4 minutes left in the first half.
might not have been thinking at the time, putting a hand on that. That could have been a costly mistake for Roberts there.
Tommy Backhouse, I mean, we've seen a very even first half. What are your predictions for the second?
Well, I'm not sure what will happen in this half, but for me, I just want to concentrate on Eddie Hoysted. Because for me, man of the half, you know, he's brilliant passing. He got a goal and he cleared one off the line. I just don't know what this man can not do.
He attacks well, he defends brilliantly, and he's defended brilliantly that first half. I completely agree. He's almost been man of the match so far.
Yes.
If Big Mackey can get the win at the end, he'll definitely be a very good contender for the Sean Heathorn medal.
Yes.
Here we go. Second half.
Second half.
And we are underway in the second
Are
half.
ready to go.
Will we see more goals this half?
I believe we will.
We saw 4 goals in the first half. How many will we get this half? It'll be interesting to see. Both teams were pretty solid defensively that half. I'm sure we'll see it open up eventually.
Absolutely.
Luke Backhouse has the kick in here. Song gets it, goes on a dribble.
Song gets
Tackled by Backhouse. He's in here.
and it's back out.
Colavecchio. Colavecchio! What a quarter! What a finish from Alex Colavecchio! Great finish there upon it. He had a quiet first half, but boy, has he exploded into this game now. What a finish. We see Ryan Backhouse with the tackle. That is brilliant tracking there by Backhouse. Colavecchio knows where he's going. Goes to that right corner. First time ball and the first time finish.
And that's
Right into the bottom left. That is clinical. He'll have some confidence now at Colavecchio as we see him clattering into Frank there. He's on now. That is bad news for Big Mackey. And Sarah Connor retake the lead.
3-2.
Big Mackey going to have to come back again.
And it's back out. Onto back out again. Oh, and it's just a slight mistake by Roberts there. Going into the tackle of Rojahn. Frank getting the early off of the song, sorry, into the my apologies.
Look at this from Rojahn. The one juggle off the thigh, off the right foot, round back out. That is sensational. What about that assist? And Song just gets a bit lucky there with the finish.
Yeah.
But it's all Rojahn, that goal. That is sensational. And all of a sudden, we're wondering if we get more goals. 1 minute into the second half, we've already had 2 more goals. We're at 3-3. Very exciting.
Rojahn.
The
On
Song.
the song. The song and a shot. Oh, and it's back in Roberts here. And Roberts throws it down.
Here's Backhouse. Tackled by Rojahn. Turned over. Tommy Backhouse here.
Tommy Backhouse
to Ryan Backhouse. To Colavecchio again.
Oh my God!
The Italian makes Big Mackey play once again. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Colavecchio. He's clinical in this second half. What a goal. Look at this. Rojahn turns it over. Great interception from Tommy Backhouse. Ryan Backhouse, look at that for a first time pass.
Beautiful.
That is true. What a finish from Alex Colavecchio.
It is now 4-2 4-3 to Sarah Connor. What a great game we are seeing here.
That chemistry between Ryan Backhouse and Alex Colavecchio is really shining through in this second half.
I believe so, but it's still the first couple of minutes. Getting both assists. Great to see.
And Roberts,
Oh, that's a great
wouldn't
save by
save.
Roberts.
Out by Backhouse.
And that's back on the horse. Kick in.
Well, I'm struggling to get my breath back in this second half. We've seen so many goals.
It's just been unbelievable. Is that out for a corner? Or is that a kick?
I believe that's a goal kick. That's a goal kick.
That's a goal kick. That's just
One thing I've noticed this second half, we haven't seen so much of Hoysted.
Colavecchio does love a game against Sydney.
He sure does. He scored 3 goals last time. He's got 2 tonight. This is a great team for him to play. He loves playing Big Mackey. But, I mean, that's the pressure that Big Mackey have been under this half. It's not just real pressure now. Now it's perceived pressure. Even when they're not under pressure, they think someone is on their back because of the pressure that this Sarah Connor lineup is putting on them in this second half. Again, good defensive structure from Sarah Connor. Here's Backhouse again. Colavecchio! Oh! Wow. He's looking like tearing this game to pieces, Colavecchio. What we've seen in this second half, we've seen Hoysted sticking close to Ryan Backhouse. That's left Colavecchio on his own. That is why he's reaping the benefits this half. 2 goals already. Who knows how much he could have by the end of the night.
That's completely true.
Here's Rojahn. I'm very disappointed with that Rojahn. He maybe could have been a little bit more clever with that shot. Just went for power.
This is really perfect.
Backhouse! Oh!
Save by Mackey. It's all Jack Backhouse that
I believe that came off the crossbar.
That was
Wow.
absolutely
Now, we're talking about Bryce Robinson's distribution before the game. That was the first Bryce Robertson. Super unlucky not to score there.
absolutely. Oh, that's a great save by Roberts.
What a save by Brick Roberts. Oh,
Oh, that was absolutely sensational by Roberts. Not a foot to that. It's just quick reflexes there.
that was absolutely flabbergasting by Brick Roberts. Absolutely stunning save. And here's Hoysted. Blocked by Thomas Backhouse.
And it's Ryan Backhouse.
This has been a super intense start to this second half. I'm loving it, Bryce Roberts.
I am as well.
I do agree. I mean, they've conceded 2 goals this half already, Big Mackey, but they haven't been too bad defensively.
Not at
It's
all.
just been Colavecchio's class has just really stunned at this contest.
We need to get in.
4-3 here.
And it's
Early in the second half.
Frank goes up. Oh, and it's close line.
Well held up there by Backhouse.
Very well
Tore it out. And with the kick in here.
It's Luke Backhouse.
Looking for Ryan Backhouse.
Oh,
Rojahn intercepts. Good tackle again. And here's Hoysted. Round Gedici. Round Colavecchio.
Oh,
tackle by
great
Backhouse.
tackle.
Yes, on the right bottom. Intercepted by Song.
Song.
To Rojahn. Round Backhouse. To Song. 4-4.
We're back to 4-all here in the grand final.
Costly turnover by
Song
Robot.
intercepts it. And then he gets pass away. Rojahn?
2-on-1 here for Backhouse. Not much you can do.
Not at all.
Beautiful assist there by Rojahn again. And Song with the cool finish past Roberts.
And Roberts just tries to come in.
Unlucky there from Roberts. As Backhouse here from the kickoff.
Oh! It hits the post.
Another post by Ryan Backhouse. That is surely so unlucky from Ryan
And I
Backhouse.
believe that.
It did. Very good block. Here's Backhouse again.
Backhouse.
Oh. Hoysted. Out to Luke Backhouse here. He's got time. This is dangerous. Tips it up. On a row bottom.
Oh.
Good each. Oh, what a goal! This is social concept. You cannot believe it. It's just. What a goal! Backhouse time on the halfway. You can't give him that time. Not one off the track. Tips up, row bottom. Beautiful header. And look at
Thank you, Dean.
Look at the technique.
He's not happy. Same with Mackey. It's just superb. Give and social futsal.
Crowd goes wild for that goal. That is almost goal of the year from Gadici.
I believe that. That's just no word.
And Ryan Backhouse is in here again. Down the line to Gadici. Oh!
Could have been another chance.
So close to
Just going
Gadici.
wide.
Wowee. I mean, it was the Backhouse show in the first half, but this second half, that's Colavecchio. All the game to pieces at the start of the second half, and then Gadici is just absolutely lights it up in this second half.
That was just absolutely beautiful.
He has turned it on.
I cannot believe it. Same thing when a couple of years ago.
Another stunning volley tonight.
Another no word.
We talked about his danger as a more forward player tonight, and wow, what a masterstroke by the Sarah Connor coach.
Absolutely.
He's come on in this second half. He has come on this second half, scored an absolute banger of a strike, and then he was inches away from scoring a second.
Inches.
That would have made it, what, 6-4?
That would have made it 6-4.
And Bryce Roberts lets it go. That's smart from Roberts. Not making the same mistake as he did in the first half.
So that wasn't a goal? I'm confused.
Ooh, good tackle.
They haven't changed yet.
Some of the crowd a bit confused there, but you cannot score directly from a kick-in.
Not at all.
Good. Gadici here again. His confidence would have to be sky high now. Gadici. Oh, handball!
Oh, that's a handball.
Ref hasn't called it. Wow.
What is ref thinking here?
I mean, we don't have VAR in Social Men Div F, but if we did,
Oh, what a save by Roberts.
that was a great save. That was going to the right.
I was like,
Surely that would have been a penalty if the ref saw that handball from Rojahn.
it should have been. It should have been a penalty.
That's a very controversial call there by Enzo.
Very good.
Rojahn with the kick in here. Blocked by Backhouse again.
That was beautiful. But
Solid defensive. It looks a bit like Big Mackey running out of ideas here. There's not a lot of movement. Blocked by
There's
Backhouse
another-
again. To Ryan Backhouse.
Backhouse.
Good tackle from Hoysted.
Round.
Round Rojahn. Good defense. And here's Song.
Rojahn.
Rojahn. Oh, whoa. Brought down by Ryan Backhouse. And Rowbottom. That was brilliant use of his body there by Ryan Backhouse. That was a strong challenge on Rojahn. He's not an easy man to bring down.
Seeing how muscular Rojahn is.
Here he is again. Luke Backhouse holding up Rojahn. He's got round. Oh, Backhouse brings him down. Good tackle. Boys back to Frank here.
Oh,
Ooh. Just loses it, and Tommy Backhouse clears.
great.
Let's tell you what, he had a shaky start, but he's been solid the rest of the game, Tommy Backhouse. And Luke Backhouse sees that one out. Wow, where do we go from here, Bryce 2204?
I do not know.
I did for a second.
Well, I'm actually glad he's doing this because it gives us a bit of a break in the commentary box. I mean, this has been the most intense half of futsal I think I've ever seen. Tommy Backhouse, what do you... I mean, what kind of special comments can you even give to a game that has had this many just brilliant moments?
Well, I'm out of breath at this point, but I sense that the big Mackey defense off a bit, and is taking advantage of that, and he looks like he's going to tear this game apart.
He does, doesn't he? Him and Colavecchio have absolutely turned it on this second half.
And they're going back on here. It's Ryan.
Good block.
Very good.
Oh, and Rojahn just threw Luke Backhouse's back there. That's definitely a foul.
That is Yes, and it's Rojahn.
You won't be happy with that. Tommy Backhouse has got to put more pace on that pass there. And Colavecchio intercepts. 1-on-1 here with Frank. He holds him up. Tommy Backhouse. Once again, look at the backtracking from Elliot Hoysted. Here's Colavecchio.
Oh, that's just flat out Mackey. Corner.
And Colavecchio again.
Oh, Colavecchio. With the swing.
Unlucky.
And Rojahn.
And that goes out for a goal kick. Wow, Colavecchio was close to completing his hat trick there.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
Wow. His defence this game has been sensational. Back to Backhouse here.
Backhouse.
Rojahn intercepts. See Frank here. He turns on it. Good defence here by Ryan Backhouse to Hoysted. Bodied by Colavecchio.
Oh.
And out for a goal kick again. Good pressure from the Sarah Connor forwards. As we see the crowd really enjoying themselves here. This must be a tense experience for any Sarah Connor fans, or Big Mackey fans by that matter.
Speaking of the crowd. Wow.
There you go. The more you know.
And do you know that the goalkeeper...
Here's Ryan Backhouse. Backhouse. Colavecchio! Oh! Wowee. How many chances has he had? He had 5 goals this second half, Colavecchio.
I reckon he could have had 10. I reckon he could have had 10 goals there.
His positioning up front tonight has been sensational. He's just getting on the end of everything.
Absolutely.
Frank, long ball up here. Here's Frank!
Oh! Frank!
Oh! Speaking of sensational goals, that would have been one for the ages.
That would have been great.
Off both coasts. Wow, that is unlucky from Frank. He was devastated as well. Trying to claim it.
Oh,
and here's Frank again!
Oh.
He's got his goal in the end. A bit lucky there, but he's got his second goal of the night.
And I believe it's just a bit of
5 minutes to go.
the near post picking up from that shot.
I mean,
he couldn't see that.
If Frank makes the tackle, Ryan tries to foul him, but he stays on his feet. And Tommy Backhouse, unlucky there, makes the interception, but it goes back into Frank's path. And just, I mean, that's just an instinctive finish from Pete Frank at the near post. Unlucky there. Crucial there from Ruben Mackey. Great save there. Now these kick-ins, Luke Backhouse has scored 1 goal from them already.
He's looking for a second.
What has Ruben Mackey done there? Let Luke Backhouse strike again. Second goal from the kick-ins tonight. He cannot control this. Wow. Look at this, he makes the run. Frank does not track him well enough. And look at that. Oh, through the legs. He's had an absolute... Through the legs, and then he just accidentally hits back into his own net with the fist.
You need to feel for him, man.
You never want to see anyone do that in a grand final.
He's 6'5". What a game we're having here, lads. Come on,
This Kadeshi.
Oh, trying to get the back flick.
This is a grand final for the ages.
This is an absolute sensation.
6-5 here. Frank goes down. Oh, that's solid body from Rowbottom. Free kick.
Rowbottom.
As we've got a set piece here from Big Mackey. Frank looks like he's going to be taking it. I mean, we've just been goal for goal this second half. This is sensational. Rojahn is taking this set piece now.
Rowbottom blocked by the ball.
Mackey's corner.
Straight on it.
He wants to get this goal back.
Oh,
off the post. Big Mackey needs some urgency here.
Oh, and it's Rojahn. Rojahn! Oh.
Good block by Luke Backhouse.
This is so fast paced. I barely can.
That's true. It's very fast paced here.
And here we go.
And players should be getting tired too.
Rojahn. Backhouse. Ryan Backhouse.
Back to my song.
Okay.
And here's Frank. Good block by Backhouse.
Very good block.
Him and Hoysted have both been sensational down back.
Absolutely. Oh, and that's
Sarah Roberts with the ball. 1 goal advantage now to Sarah Connor with about 5 minutes left. Not long to go here.
Another kick.
Over the top. Colavecchio. Odds it up. It's good work from Colavecchio. Sarah Connor with the kick in here. And Luke Backhouse is free again. Look at this.
Look at this.
The back out.
Backhouse. Oh, and a great save by Mackey.
They are not tracking his run from the back.
Not at all.
They were very lucky not to pay there.
And the
Rojahn!
Rojahn comes in from the deflection. Roberts with a great save and can't quite get their hand to it and hold on to it.
And this is 6-6. Where do we go from
6-6.
here?
2.5 minutes to go. It's just a game, lads. Come on. Just here for this. Roberts the same, but Rojahn gets in and gets first. And then the deflection. It's just Rojahn there.
2 minutes left in this grand final, and we are no closer to knowing who's going to win. This is an absolutely amazing grand final for the
And
ages.
it's Ryan Backhouse. Ryan Backhouse
Taken
tries
by
to go
Song.
around the Backhouse.
Both teams will be looking for a winner here.
And it's Becky.
Oh. When he's Frank.
Oh, Frank just can't quite control it.
Just misses the control. The pressure is on now.
And
Roberts over the top.
Roberts goes for a beautiful
By Rojahn.
Roberts
Yeah,
does
that's out.
like that.
He does, doesn't he?
I believe Roberts has given a few assists this season.
Blocked by Backhouse again. That's a Sarah Connor kick in.
And Rojahn this time.
Not happy about it.
Rojahn is not happy, but well, Rojahn trying to hold up the game.
A bit of time wasting here. I think Big Mackey was looking for extra time.
It's beautiful. Oh!
Crucial interception by Mackey. You see they're dangerous from the corner. Backhouse. Out to Rowbottom. Rowbottom!
Shot! Oh! It goes wide.
Just wide of that top left corner.
And there's only just over a minute to go here now.
Reuben Mackey will be counting his lucky stars at the in the corner. As here we go. Rowbottom out again.
Rowbottom kicks it out.
1 minute. 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go.
A Song with the kick in.
What is
Lost it over.
here?
Frank! Frank! Like the 7th from there. 40 seconds on the clock. Oh my god. Look at this.
Sorry.
Song. Over the top. Right on Pete Frank's head. Oh, what a header.
Roberts goes for the touch. Then hits the player instead. And that's very lucky headed by Frank.
30 seconds left now. What can Sarah Connor do? Backhouse has a
That's
spot. Wide. Oh, they're touched tight. They're going to run the clock down here, Big Mackey. I think they've won here. Wow. What an effort. Reuben Mackey over the top. Behind for a goal kick. 5 seconds left here.
5 seconds
Roberts
to go.
goes for Backhouse. One last chance. Ryan Backhouse.
Ryan Backhouse. And that's it.
the
That's
final
it.
whistle.
And Broden Mackey and Song are just so happy here.
Look at the celebrations.
Sarah Connor players so disappointed. They made it so hard. 40 seconds to go in the game.
Look at the scenes here. They're just devastated.
You need to feel for them. They were in front the entire game right up until the last minute.
Devastating.
I just got to point out that I believe Sarah Connor here has hit the post too many times. It's gone wide off the post too many times. You can just see the disappointment on their faces. So far, so short.
Wow. I don't know what to say after a grand final like that.
That was just...
As you can see from the scorecards here, I mean, Colavecchio, 21st minute, 23rd minute, 2 super quick goals there at the start of the second half. They were answered, though, by Song, 22nd minute, and again in the 27th minute. And then we saw Gadici with that absolute stunner of a goal in the 28th minute. Once again, it was answered.
Hope the rain brings us good luck. Good ride, go!
Right.
That was stunning from Rojahn there.
And there was,
Brilliant assist.
there was just
So it's only 3-3 at this stage. As you say, Colavecchio here.
and here we go. Again.
Tommy Backhouse with the interception.
Tommy Backhouse. Nice.
Colavecchio there for his second goal in 2 minutes.
The second goal in 2 minutes.
They were looking good here, Sarah Connor. You thought they were going to go on and get the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. Body on the line there, guys. And this made it 4-3 at this stage. And so well. Song. Fucking second. Back on to Song. Song gets a nice deflection onto Roberts' leg.
As you can see, Rojahn was really the playmaker in this second half, wasn't he? So let's just sit back and enjoy this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Over the top to row bottom. Wow. I mean, no matter what the result, that is going to go down as one of the greatest goals in grand final history. That is true. And this was straight after. Oh, look at that. That was how close Sarah Connor were actually winning this grand final. Inches. And that's how close Big Mackey were. Off both posts. What about that? He did. Here we go again. This is P. Frank for his second goal. I mean, that brought it back to 5-5.
5-5.
5-5. And this is, we had no idea where the game was going to go from here. It was unpredictable the whole way. As Luke Backhouse gets his second of the game. Was. And Rojahn here makes it 6-6.
Brilliant position. Yeah.
This was with about 2 minutes to go. And then this. Look at this ball from Song. Frank is looking for the penalty for the punch in the face. Little does he know, he has scored with that header. What a goal that was to win the grand final for your club. That is absolute the stuff that dreams are made of from Tim Frank.
It was just a sensation.
I mean, there's players from both teams that can have a solid shout for the Sean Heathorn medal. Look, Ryan Backhouse was stunning all night. 1 goal, 3 assists. Yep. He made a lot of the play. Luke Backhouse, 2 goals. Colavecchio and Gadici turned it on that second half.
They did.
But it has to go to Big Mackey. Now, there are 2 standouts, I think. 3 standouts, actually.
Yeah.
Pete Frank, a hat-trick. Not very often you get a hat-trick in a grand final. He's got to be a solid shout. Jack Rojahn also, 1 goal, plenty of assists.
Yep.
He was sensational all night. But honestly, I think the Sean Heathorn medal for 2019 has to go to Elliot Hoysted.
Absolutely.
he got the one goal, but it was his defensive work that really shone in tonight's grand final.
Absolutely. He's just sensational. I don't know where to describe him. He's just great.
He's been a young talent, but now he's really cemented his stuff, cemented himself as one of the stars of this competition. Now, Tommy Backhouse, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with Hoysted for the Sean Heathall medal?
I 100% agree with I think for in that second half, I agree that he was the man of the first half too, with his kicking back and he scored. And as we saw, he was blocking goals. He was blocking goals off the line. You see his running back, all his passes. I believe that he is a very good nomination for the Sean Heathall medal.
Very well deserved. Very well deserved. And as we saw in this game, it was a pretty even game. I do think Sarah Connor probably had more of the better opportunities.
Yes.
So that's why, even though Pete Frank, scored a hat-trick in the grand final, he's unlucky not to win it. But how many goals do you think Hoysted stopped with his tracking back and his blocking there? I think he stopped at least 3-4 goals.
Yeah. He was just absolutely great with his tracking back. And as you said, his defensive work is just superb. He wanted to stand out players this year, but I believe that
Well, that's a wrap for the 2019 Men's Social Futsal Grand Final. I mean, Sarah Connor, they'll be heartbroken, but they'll be back next season, looking for redemption. I'm sure when they make it in the grand final next season, we'll be live streaming it again, and people will be tuning in to see if they can redeem themselves.
Absolutely.
So until next time, I'm Elbacky123.
I'm
And I'm Thomas Backhouse.
He's Thomas Backhouse. And thank you for tuning in to RLTJ's live stream for this year's Futsal Grand Final. We'll see you next time.